a great moment. In fact, we have to listen from our chief guest. That is none other than His Excellency, Mr. Ito Naoki. May I request the Honorable Ambassador of Japan to Bangladesh to deliver his speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Abu Bakr Siddiq, President of ICMAB, Mr. AKM Delwell Hussain, President of SAFA, Mr. Ashif Chaudhry, President JBCCI, distinguished participants, Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Shubha and konbanwa. So it gives me great pleasure to be present at this seminar. So this is the first collaboration between JBCCI and Dhaka Branch Council of ICMAB. Thank you very much for doing this. So I'm really honored and feel so pleased to see this event taking place. As was told earlier, when member of ICMAB came to my office, I sort of insisted that ICMAB and JBCCI should do some event together. Because I know that members of ICMAB has good expertise, good knowledge for those Japanese companies to do a good business here in Bangladesh. So that is why I thought a joint event between ICMAB and JBCCI is a very good idea. Today is just a seminar among members of Dhaka Branch Council. So hopefully next time you are going to do networking with the Japanese companies. As Ando-san said, already more than 300 Japanese companies are operating here in Bangladesh. So if we can organize some networking event, then I think Japanese company will really appreciate the professional services to be provided by members of this great institution to their daily operation and activity. So I do apologize for being late. So somehow this week, Dhaka traffic is very bad, even worse than normal. So people say that our life has come back to normal because we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel of COVID pandemic. But somehow this week traffic situation is really bad. So Monday I went to Chittagong. Actually, all the members from the Japanese side were in Chittagong yesterday. So we celebrated the establishment of the Japan desk at the Chittagong Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So yesterday we are there to inaugurate Japan desk for the improvement, promotion of trade and investment between Japan and Chittagong. So today we are here to discuss how we can improve our business partnership between Japan and Bangladesh. Today I was in the car for 2 years from Baridara to come here. I seriously hope that when Dhaka Metro work is done, you will have no problem with traffic jam. Recently, we had a test run event of Dhaka Metro. So about 2 weeks back, we had a test run at the speed of 100 km/h. So Dhaka Metro is the first electrified train, but now the speed of test run is going faster and faster, so that they'll be able to start commercial operation of Dhaka Metro Line 6 in December next year. And for this test run event, we invited 3 cricketers. The young player, Mahidul Hassan Miraz, left-hand spinner, and Abdul Razak, already retired, and former skipper of the team, Habibul Bashar. So Habibul Bashar is a really well-known captain of the team. And I talked to Habibul Bhai how he feels about the Dhaka Metro. He said, this is dream come true moment. So we may say, Shopno Shoti Hoche. So, but cricketers are traveling around the world. They know how public transportation system, every corner of the world. Then now it's Bangladesh's turn, Dhaka's turn to see and enjoy the service of public transportation in the manner of Dhaka Metro. I think that's really fantastic achievement. So I don't think I need to go into detail of how wonderful the Bangladesh economy is, and also those projects the Japanese government and JETRO has been doing. But one thing I want to let you know is being ambassador, it's really fulfilling and enjoyable to serve in the most dynamic and most vibrant city in the world. Earlier, one speaker said, now Bangladesh is a regional role model. I thought he was very, very modest. Bangladesh is now global model of development. So in spite of those difficulties over the last 50 years, Bangladesh came thus far. And in spite of Corona pandemic, you showed wonderful resilience to the economy, and you have been bouncing back. Now World Bank says your economy is growing 6.4% this fiscal year. So no doubt, Bangladesh will be the fastest economy in Asia this decade. According to IMF and Standard Chartered Bank, Bangladesh's per capita income will be $3,000 in 2026. So in 5 years' time, your per capita income will be 3,000. So $3,000 means that domestic consumption will be really boosted. And even in Japan, when we crossed 3,000 mark, people started buying automobiles, air conditioners, this sort of home electronics and private property. So I would say your economy is really, really taking off now. Congratulations for that. Mr. Ando mentioned a bit of some of the issues and challenges the Japanese companies faced here in Bangladesh. I came here October 2019, but over the last 2 years, I have been saying that unless you address and redress and resolve those challenges and issues the existing companies have, there'll be no followers. If you want to have prospective investors come here, then you should really resolve those issues and challenges held by companies already here in Bangladesh. And I would say that over the last 1.5 years, your government has made a strenuous effort to change the situation, to improve the situation. So the organization like BIDA, BEPSA, BESA, Prime Minister's Office, and other relevant line ministries. So they are getting together, they're making coordinated effort, and they have come up with some improvement, regulatory reforms of the investment climate here. I have a full credit to what the Bangladesh government has done over the last 1.5 years. But as Anderson said, some issues remain here. And recently, when I had a chance to speak before FICCI, those foreign investors, I pointed out one thing, that is this investment climate that sometimes changes only after the foreign companies make investment decision, or even foreign companies after foreign companies have started to operate here. So tax structure is changed, or even tariff is lowered or increased, not necessarily in favor of those foreign investors. So sometimes we think this is an arbitrary change. So very unpredictable environment is here. So during FICCI meeting, I said, when somebody is preparing for soft surface of the pitch, but then you realize after you come to the stadium, the pitch surface was hard one. I'm not talking about the T20 cricket tournament, but this is as if the foreign investors are experiencing. So I do really hope that this sort of unpredictability needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. So unless a sufficient number of Japanese companies are run, I don't really believe that you'll have chance of plenty opportunity to do business with Japanese companies. It's so important, even for you guys, to have increasing number of Japanese companies being active here in Bangladesh. So I hope that ICMAB and JBCCI will continue to work towards this end, bringing in more Japanese companies. Next year, Japan and Bangladesh are going to celebrate 50 years of diplomatic relations. So we are time-tested friends. So I feel we owe a lot to Bangladesh friends. So your likeness towards Japan, your love for Japan. So that is the kind of thing that motivates all of us to build even better partnership and friendship between Japan and Bangladesh. I think big love. Thank you. And I think that this Japanese cooperation has contributed a bit to the growth of Bangladesh, nation building of Bangladesh through JICA's cooperation, through JETRO support, maybe through embassy's involvement there. But here I would like to say that Japan will continue to stand by Bangladesh in its development journey. Sizable amount of assistance. The Hayakawa-san said now Bangladesh is the largest recipient of Japanese ODA, 3.7 billion US dollars in a single year. But amazing fact is that 10 years back, you received only $0.39 billion. So in 10 years, the amount of ODA you received from Japan, increased 10 times higher. So this clearly shows that your economy is growing. The needs of infrastructure here in this country are growing. So needs of cooperation for us has become much wider. I don't know whether JICA can really catch up with the pace of growth of this country, but we'll make the best effort so that we'll continue to be the largest development partner for Bangladesh. And I'm sure those infrastructure projects will be very beneficial for both of the countries, Japan, Bangladesh. And particularly, I think connectivity is very important once Matabari deep seaport is done. So Matabari will become the hub of connectivity, regional connectivity, hub of industry. So together with Chittagong, southern part of this country will grow, and that will become the engine of the growth. Together with this Dhaka's development, I think Dhaka and Chittagong, Matabari. So this belt, industrial belt, growth belt between Dhaka, Chittagong, Matabari will be very significant in bringing about further strong growth to this country. I think I should stop here, but my hope is that this relationship between ICMAB sorry, I can't still remember. I said ICMAB 5 times, 6 times. Still, I cannot remember this abbreviation of the organization. But I hope that ICMAB will be playing a very, very prominent role in business sphere. So thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much for having such a wonderful seminar. So since this is still part of Muji Bosho, I would say joy, Bangla, joy, Bongo. Thank you very much.